Okay, so this video will be for homework 6.4, and it says we have exponent rules for dividing, and then we have a power of 0. So I'm going to talk about this first. Okay. So basically, the rule is anything to the power of 0 equals 1. Meaning that, well, I'll try it. Okay. So if we were in class, we would go through this exercise together, and I would have you do this. I'd have you do 10 to the 4th and use your calculator if you need to. So we're going to do 10 to the 4th power. And we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 zeros there, right? 10 to the raised to the 4th power gives us 4 zeros. Okay, then we do 10 to the power of 3. And we see that would be 1,000. So again, 10 with an exponent of 3 would be 3 zeros. And then we do 10 squared. And we see that when we have 2 zeros, or we have 10 to the power of 2, that means we have 2 zeros. So we have 100. If we have 10 to the 1st power, so again, anything to the 1st power is just itself. So 10 to the 1st power, we have 1, 1 0, right? All right, now, so as we're going down, 4, 3, 2, 1, if we had 10 to the power of 0, how many zeros do you think we will have? None. So 0 zeros. So this property right here applies to any number or term that is raised to the power of 0. So it's not just 10, but we can put in anything. We could put in 56 and raise that to the power of 0. And we get 1. We can put in negative 300 and raise it to the power of 0. And we get 1. So that's what we say. Anything to the power of 0 is going to equal 1. So whether that's a number or it could be a variable. So just like if we had x squared, right? That's like saying x times x. X to the 1st is just x. X to the 0 is going to equal 1. Or a to the 0, or whatever. Okay? And what you want to be careful about is how that variable is on something. And what I mean by that, there's a big difference between this and this. Okay? So exponent-wise, this guy right here is only on this x. So just like we saw before with order of operations, when we were to put a number in for this evaluation, and we ended up squaring it usually, it would apply to just this here. So this, sorry, cell phone going off, is going to equal 1. And this is saying 5 times whatever that is. So 5 times 1 equals 5. The difference here is that this, since this is in parentheses, this 0 applies to all of this, okay? So this is, if you want to kind of go boop boop, like that. We can do that because there's no plus or minus in there. That's like saying this. So 5 to the power of 0 is 1. X to the power of 0 is 1. And 1 times 1 is 1, okay? So watch out for this because this does come up. One of your first, well, one of a problem I saw on homework looked really gross. It was like negative something stupid big, 72, right? Something ridiculous. But it was all raised to the power of 0. So if you see a big honking mess, but it's raised to the power of 0, this whole entire thing turns into 1, and that'd be your answer. And there's some other types of simplification. If you had something where it's like 20 x to the 0 minus 35 y to the 0, something like that. So it's kind of how it goes back to this situation. This 0 is only on this x. But right here, this would be 1. 20 times whatever that is. This 0 is only on that y. So this would be 1. 35 times whatever that is. Okay. And so 20 times 1 is 20. 35 times 1 is 35. And we can do this, right? There's no more variables left. They are gone. So now we can combine these and make that negative 15. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be our lesson. This is lesson 16. 16. We're going to call it 16.1. I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to pick it up in the next video for division rules. Okay? Don't want you to get too much fun all at once.